Hey everyone, in this video we are going to talk about the accessory glands associated with the male reproductive system. The glands that we're going to be focusing on today: seminal vesicle, the bulbourethral, and the prostate. So I'll keep coming back to this picture to make sure we remember exactly where everything is as we're talking about it. First one, the seminal vesicles. So the seminal vesicles are going to secrete an alkaline fluid that's going to be in the semen that is going to allow it to neutralize the acidic environment of the vagina. So in females, the vagina is slightly acidic. So because of that, in order to make sure that the semen can survive and the sperm can survive inside of the female during the reproduction process, it is important that the semen is slightly alkaline or slightly basic to neutralize the acids within the vagina. It's also going to provide the semen fructose and vitamin C. This is important because the sperm can use this to make sure they remain nourished outside of the body so they don't die. It's also going to initiate the beginning of the sperm's flagella, or their tail. It's going to allow them to start beating, in other words, moving back and forth. So the little tail at the end of the sperm can start to move for the first time. Also released are these prostaglandins, which are going to be important for smooth muscle contractions in both males and females. So it's going to help us to release the sperm, but also in the females to help move the sperm up and into the fallopian tubes eventually. So there's hope that there is actually fertilization. And we're also going to see fibrinogen be released. If you remember this from last semester, this is going to be important for blood clotting. So in this case, the fibrinogen is going to help the sperm clot inside the vagina. So this is because when the male removes the penis from the vagina, the sperm doesn't come with it. This little clot will help keep it in place so it can remain inside the female and eventually move. And if you look back at this image, we can see where the seminal vesicle is located. Next, we're going to talk about the prostate gland. So the prostate gland is going to be important for a number of reasons as well. Number one, it is slightly acidic. So this is going to be important for, again, making sure that there's a correct pH of the semen. So this way, one of the main purposes of making sure we release these acids and alkaline substances is to make sure that the semen is at a perfect balance so that the sperm can survive. About 20 to 30% of the semen's volume comes from the prostate gland. As you see before, it is that rounded structure that is going to surround the urethra. It is wrapped in a smooth muscle, which is important because this is going to allow the prostate to contract and squeeze its fluids into the semen. So going back to the acid part, specifically, it is going to release the acid phosphatase. It is also going to secrete the seminal plasmin, which is an antibiotic to help make sure that, again, the semen has this antibiotic to keep the sperm safe, which also allows protection against urinary tract infections, so we believe. So again, talking about earlier in the videos, females are more prone to urinary tract infections, and this is one of the reasons why we believe that males are less prone to it. And again, same thing as in the last part of this video, the seminal vesicles, the fluid is released through peristalsis. It's back. If we take a look here, we can see where the prostate gland is, how it surrounds the urethra. Lastly, We have the bulbourethral glands. So these glands, also known as the Cowper's glands, located towards the base of the penis, and this duct will travel adjacent to the urethra for about 1 to 1.5 inches, and then empties into the urethral lumen, so directly into the urethra. In this case, we are once again going to have an alkaline fluid be put into the semen, but in this case, it's more so to neutralize any urine that is still in the urethra. So this is done to make sure that before the majority of the semen comes through, the urethra itself is more neutral and not as acidic from when the urine is in there. We also see a secretion of mucus, which aids in the movement and stability of the semen. And if we look for this gland, you can see they're right here. So at this time, if you have any questions, please let me know.